Superman hits very hard as well, but man, when Shaggy punches you in the face, you go flying.
It can be a very, very risky kit to deal with. The thing I do think that Superman will have over this is we're seeing a golden Superman, which, you know, again does hold a precedent here. But I think the thing that that we sort of sometimes overlook is obviously Superman has that aerial control.
Yeah.
So being able to manipulate your aerial positioning is, you know, it's not something a lot of characters have,
Sure.
in terms of the accuracy in which you can do that. So perhaps maneuvering around Brian in that way will be beneficial. It does look like Thien is going to be slightly specking into their sort of ground pound attack, so we'll see if they are able to make any use out of that as we're going back over to Sky Arena for the first match in this series. Brian immediately trying to get that opening, but there is the Superman, there's the downward attack that we saw spec into with the perk screen, and it does look like sort of keeping that distance a little bit, using the grab and the laser beams there to create a nice little bit of distance, getting a very strong opening on Brian, which is not something you typically see here. Thien opening really well for themselves at the beginning of this matchup. Brian does try and get a bit of an ironclad knee there to maybe try and get an early kill. We do see Brian getting a lot of these low heat level eliminations, but Thien is able to hold on, and as this matchup continues, 45 seconds in, we are 96 to 80.
Ooh, is able to force a dodge out from Superman, unable to close out the stock though, as now they're kind of dancing around each other. Ooh, a good down air from Shaggy, but unable to follow up due to laser. Able to find a kill there though. Has the super charged up. Uses to just get back onto the stage. Is able to open up Superman for a little bit of damage. Oh, that armor coming in clutch as Thien takes BrianYi's first stock. But now we see Shaggy getting momentum going. Now something interesting with the auto tech that we saw Superman get there. The distance is slightly reduced when they are rolling forward, making it slightly easier for someone to follow it up if they read the tech direction. But we didn't see that there as Brian continues to chip at the Golden Superman, bringing him all the way to 100. Ooh, a strong side B to close out that second stock. 66 is a pretty comfortable place to be.
A very, very good kick there from the Shaggy, and I think what Brian is identifying here is that whilst those spec attacks on the Superman are incredibly strong, they are also very heavily telegraphed, very easy to identify, and is dodging around them with ease. We're seeing again very high damage stacked up on Thien here, already back up to 81 before able to even up the stock count. Could be looking at another elimination, both at 100 now, very much in kill range of one another. There is the uppercut, and Brian finishes out this first round of the series with 3 stocks only to 1.
That was... what a way to close out game 1. Brian constantly weaving around Superman as Thien was trying to fall and land on the ground, able to find those hits over and over again. And just when Thien got to 80, 85, 88, that's when the gas pedal was pushed down to the ground, put a brick on top of it, hunted him in the air, and was able to close out game 1. As we start up game 2, we see Brian once again hopping forward, landing a hit, finds the read on Superman, and you can see how much damage you can get off of the tech read here, as a quick 83 on Superman, only a little bit of chip damage on Shaggy. as they're dancing back and forth once again. Shaggy trying to dodge around all of these projectiles that Superman has, and also not trying to challenge that grab. 102 is kill percent. You do see them kind of struggling to close out the game. Brian not finding much quite yet. But there it is, finally, that first stock going to Shaggy. And once again, at a relatively comfortable percent at 64 here.
Does very well to dodge away from that charged super kick there, and now is going to try and use the grabs to his advantage. Does only connect with one though, still using those laser beams to slightly chip away at Shaggy, create a little bit of distance, and some very nice dodging as well, it must be said. There is the downward strike that we needed to see. Able to dodge out of the combo, but gets caught by the uppercut now. 87 to 106. Thien really needs to get out of the woods on this one. Needs to connect with something if they want to be able to play catch up in this match, as Brian is very much looking for that second elimination, trying to facilitate that aerial juggle that Shaggy is so good at. There is the iron knee, and there is a second stock taken. Brian very much in the lead here in this second round of the series. Could be moving on to the quarterfinals immediately. Gets caught with multiple stomps as well, and now it's Superman on the retreat, desperately trying to find a window, find an opening. We may have it. There is the stock, finally starting to catch up somewhat, but Brian very comfortable as he has Superman at 83 on heat.
Yeah, oh, getting punished for dodging in place there, as Superman able to get a quick 40, but Brian responding with the dare